I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. We're a podcast from the web series The Two Dicks. I'm El Ducharme. In the Azores, which is part of Portugal, and El Romas, I believe, my partner, just to that side of me. No, that side of me. Is are you in Fort Lauderdale?
I am in Fort Lauderdale. I'm on the Liberty of the Seas. It's a 3-day cruise, 2 3-day cruises.
Booze cruise.
And it's a booze cruise. I'm drinking coffee.
I fucking love you, man.
Oh, is that the audience?
That's the audience.
I came on stage last night. I did late night comedy. There was a little rubber ducks. And finding them, and it's a thing out here on ships. I don't really understand it. There was a little rubber duck. I picked it up. The crowd went insane. There was a card with it. I read the card, and then I threw it all the way into the balcony. And they loved it. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing from now on, but
isn't that a John DeCrosta? John DeCrosta, who was a guest on our show, comedian. Didn't he get involved in that, or even did he start it, or he engaged? I don't think
he started it. He's into it though. Yeah,
he's
John,
big time.
He'll post pictures collecting dogs. John's an 8-year-old boy with a weird mustache. Let's be honest. I mean, what the fuck? But I took it and I threw it with all my might, and the crowd loved it. I still don't really even know. And then you hide them again. I don't really get it, but people enjoy it. So
how's your signal
whatever.
In your cabin, by the way?
My signal so far, I mean, I think it's good. You look a little if you're on the Patreon, folks, and you see Alfred, he looks a little washed out, but that could be his lack of sun. He's been in Europe for a couple of months, so
it could be my LED light. Could be my LED light. How's that?
Could be the LSD you enjoy.
I have a tan now.
You took some LSD.
Look, I made a light
That's better.
Adjustment.
Hopefully you're on the Patreon, folks. You can see where we're in I guess we're in a lofty kitchen. Is that a kitchen? I don't even know what we're in right now.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a little coffee snack bar area of some like Google office or Twitter, formerly Twitter, and now Elon Musk land.
Do you understand what's happening with all that? I don't really get it. He bought Twitter and he wants to charge people with a blue check mark $8. And
yeah, well, he wants to.
They don't want to pay it.
He doesn't want to rely on advertisers. First of all, Twitter hasn't been able to make a profit in years, and he doesn't want to have advertisers have control over what people think, see, and whatnot. But people are afraid that he'll do the same thing because he's the richest man in the world. They're afraid of him. But I like the idea that he's a disruptor and that he's actually. Yes. People said as soon as he took over and started loosening up the regulations, all the racists came out. Well, there's always going to be racist, and that's something you have to deal with, you know. And
10K race.
We just have to deal with it, and I think it's that fine line or the double-edged sword of freedom of speech versus putting
Donald J.
I mean, if they're putting filters on to block racist, why can't they block anybody that they don't see that is in line with their way of thinking? So that's the slippery slope.
Yeah. Hey, watch your language there, sir. We don't want to get canceled. You can't say that anymore. Slippery. It's
remember when slippery
people freak
slope?
Out.
Remember that meant you were getting KY jelly for some action?
If you were in Nam. If you're not in Nam, you can't say slope. Which, it's a weird word. It's a weird word. I don't know why that bothers anyone, but it's a strange word. I'm sipping some espresso in my cabin. I've got the suite going. And I got the espresso maker, and I'm fucking loving it, man.
Oh, you got the upgrade to the suite because the cruise director loves you. And what about the other act? are they still on? And did they get the upgrade as well? Because word on the street is it's not going well for them.
They did not, and they're doing fine. But they did not get the upgrade. They're down below. They're somewhere deep into the ocean. They're looking out their window and
4 decks
waving
below
at
1.
piranhas. Yeah. But you're now. Where are you? Give us the. Give us. You've been traveling. You've been in Rome.
Yes, I
The
Bernadette
sex you've been
Paul,
writing to me
yeah.
every day. It's like, Jesus Christ, these guys are breaking records. I don't know what. Take a break already. You're an old man. But tell us about the trip and where you are now and what's coming up, because I think you're going to be crossing the
Atlantic.
the ocean. You're coming back.
Yes, we
You're
are.
coming back to America.
Yes, we started off in Los Angeles. We flew to Brooklyn and we visited some friends for 2 days, and then we flew to Rome and we were in
Kyrie Irving.
We
Did
were
you hang with Kyrie at all in Brooklyn?
No, because he's not vaxxed. And then we went,
among other things, he's
and he called us crackers. So you know.
Well, okay, he's not wrong, but continue, please.
We went to Italy for 5 days. Rome, Italy, or Italia, and then we went to Sorrento and Pompeii, which is also
Alfred is now frozen. Oh, he's back.
Okay.
Welcome.
And then
welcome back, sir.
And then we joined a cruise ship, the Apex, Celebrity Apex, beautiful ship, and we sailed to Spain. We went to Valencia, Malaga, and now we're in the Azores, which is the Portuguese islands. But get this, they have their own president. They're not governed by the mainland of Portugal. Yeah.
What do you mean they have their own president? What's that about?
It's very socialized here. Everybody kind of lives the same. Everybody is kind of like, they have a home, they have medical.
Understand.
Food is very reasonable. The restaurants are delicious. I believe
I've heard.
I think they're subsidized by the government here, but it's just hard to move up. You can run a business if you have a mind for business and do well, but for the most part,
like George Jefferson.
Yeah, nobody's really suffering except for the ones that are running from the law and they have drug problems. Those are the ones that are suffering.
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, I'm Portugal. A buddy of mine, I can't remember his last name right now. I go, buddy of mine. I don't even know his fucking last name, but he was a vent on the ships, Jerry something, and his wife is from Portugal, and they moved there, and I helped him get an agent for ships, and he does ships out of Portugal now, and he's home, and he loves it. He's writing to me all the time. You got to come visit. You can get a fucking steak dinner for $9 over here, and wine is 40 cents, and baked potatoes free. So I was like, Jesus Christ, I gotta head over there, Jerry, please. But
it's so funny. Yeah, we were in Lisbon, or I was in Lisbon a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago actually, but. The Azores, the islands are notorious for being more expensive because it costs more money to ship it there. But because of the Azores, there's a bunch of islands out here. We're on the biggest one, San Miguel. They produce a lot of their own products, wine.
Whoa, they make shit. Yeah, that's right. Well,
cheese, sure. And they outsource. They export a lot of their stuff to all over Europe. So I
like their wine.
Everything's delicious and cheap here, and the people are just laid back, kind of cool.
Well, yeah, why not? If everything's delicious and cheap, you'd think that people would be happy. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah,
if you're living somewhere, food's delicious and cheap. Well, I'm happy. People are good.
We had we had dinner, a bottle of wine, and a bottle of agua for 31 euros, which is like $33 with the exchange rate. It's 1 for 1 right now. So we had a whole bottle of wine, a whole
bottle. Oh my God. 2 glasses each. Calm down, you freaks.
We had 2.5 glasses each.
Oh, well, that's different. That puts you probably under the table, but that is.
I'm a little buzzed. If you
could
look at my eyes, they're a little glossy. I'm a little buzzed right now. The food is great. So we're happy.
He freezes up every few seconds.
Every few seconds, but on my end, I'm fluid, so you don't have to worry about that. But we're going to be departing here and shortly. We're going to be underway, and we're going to be 6 days at sea until we reach Nassau, Bahamas, and then we'll the next following day we'll go to Fort Lauderdale.
That's quite a
yeah. It's 14 days. It's a 14-day
to Nassau. It really you drop off a bit.
Well, here's the thing.
And now we're in Nassau.
There's a tropical storm that we have to go. We actually deviating 150 miles south of the storm. Mm-hmm. So the captain's not going to get his fuel bonus because he's going to burn that off to stay on target. Because
fuck the storm. That's what I say. I say go through the storm, Cappy.
Well, here's the deal.
Way I stayed hunkered down during Hurricane, whatever the fuck his name was, Ian, and I was proven right. So tell that captain.
You were lucky, motherfucker.
You're going right through the...
you were very lucky. You and your lovely gal, Kelly, were very lucky to dodge that bullet. But
I was lucky.
Here's the thing. We have a balcony, and they brought in our furniture. So we're coming back on board the ship after dinner. And our cabin attendant says, "Excuse me." I said, "I just want you to know I brought your furniture in. It's inside your cabin because it's going to be very bad weather tonight." Yeah. So they predict 4.5 meters, which is like 15 to 18 foot waves.
Right. I remember when I started to cruise, I used to get a shitty cabin, and you would have the old porthole on the old ships.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the crew would come in and close the porthole down and lock it. I'd be naked on my bed, and I'm like, whoa, hey. And the guy's like, I have to close, porthole. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It was usually two of them because they weigh like 45 pounds in a small space.
And those guys are,
and they're going to lock them down with these big bolts. Yeah.
They work their ass off, but those guys are tiny little guys. And they giggle a lot. Have you noticed that? They're always giggling.
They giggle when they come in.
Filipino men giggle. It's unnerving. I got to be... I walk past a couple and they giggle. It's like, dude, I love
my Filipino crew. They work very hard, and they
work hard, man.
They watch your back. They always watch our back. So I love them.
No doubt, man. They if I ever had to hire somebody, if I couldn't get some Mexicans to do some work, I'll hire some Filipino boys.
And the Mexicans can do it too. The Mexicans like to keep.
No, I'm saying if the Mexicans were busy, I would hire the Filipino boys, and they take care of business. You know what I mean? That'd be my next Mexican, and then Filipino. Filipino food, though, awful. Have you ever had Filipino food? That is the worst.
Yeah, it's I pick and choose. I kind of work around it, but yeah, some of it's very good. Some of it I'm just like, what? Oh. Well, it's like, why am I eating cow hoof?
Well, it's a delicacy in our country. And you go,
it's actually here in the Azores. One of their things on the menu was the traditional cow hoof.
Oh, good.
What happened to mad cow disease? Isn't that what it's from? The hoof?
Yeah. He was somewhere, and he had a fish on a plate, but it was the real fish. Like wherever they just put the fish on the plate.
I had that tonight.
Oh, God,
I had the boga,
vomit all over that.
I had the boga norego, which is.
And you have to cut through you're cutting through the meat, and the bone is there, and the whole fish.
Yeah, but I'm 1/3 Portuguese, so I know how to do it. You put your fork under the gill, and you pull back slowly, and all the bones pull right out, and then you put it in your mouth. You still got to be careful of bones, but.
Well, you're an old fish cook. You used to cook fish as a boy.
Alfred, cook the fish. That was my late father's line to me when we had a little restaurant. I would go in on Wednesdays and Fridays and fry fish. We had fish.
Cook the fish, Alfred.
Alfred, cook the fish. Get in there. Stop.
Why did he have?
Because my friends would stop in, and we'd be goofing around because they're like, hey, can we have some fries? I used to hook him up.
Where is he from? That accent you're giving him. Where is the old man from?
My father was from Providence, Rhode Island, so he had a thick blue-collar accent, and he also lost a part of his hearing when he was young, so he's always had a little bit of Alfred. He's always had this weird kind of like, off-center accent.
Right, right. Yeah. I didn't catch that accent because my mom and her mom and my grandfather was from Rhode Island, but they sounded normal, so I didn't know what that accent
Normal.
was
First
about.
of all, anybody from Rhode Island doesn't sound normal to the rest of the country. What I thought was normal growing up was far from it. And it's so funny when I go home, they think I'm snobby.
They weren't the warmest. They weren't the warmest people, so I didn't know what was happening half the time.
It depends on what part of the state, but
New England. New England's a little chilly.
It's typical. Once you get to know them, then it's all bets. Then they're like, "Come on over, have a drink. What do you want? You want a burger? You want a steak?" They'd hook you up.
Gotcha. I'll have a steak. We're gonna have a steak in Tampa, buddy.
I know, and you're paying for it because you made more money than I did this month.
Dude, you've been on a ship for the last year and a half.
I've been on a second honeymoon.
I think you've done okay.
The money's going out twice as fast as it's coming in.
I think you've spent 2 nights at home in 6 months. I think you've
5 days in Italy. That was all on me. I took the girl with me, the wife, the lady, to burn it.
You just told us it was $30 for a fucking steak and a bottle of wine.
But we went to Rome, and that's a city.
All right.
It was great. It's still, compared to New York and LA, it was actually very reasonable.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, we'll be at Charlie's, folks. If you're in the Tampa area, you know it, you love it. You can't live without it. Charlie's in November. And we'll be doing in-person pod, for God's sake. None of this freezing and Wi-Fi issue. We'll be potting in person, as they say.
Potting in person.
Nobody says that, but I do. That's I'm trademarking that.
You should. You coined that.
Mm-hmm.
Potting in person.
I will.
On the next potting in person. Excellent.
You know what I did last week? Last Sunday?
No. Please, pray tell. You're frozen. Now I got to go in. Can you start it again? Because I lost the beginning of it. I
said I went to Busch Gardens in Tampa.
Oh, that's
with my lovely girlfriend and my lovely niece, and we went to Howl O Scream. Howl O Scream. Oh yeah, it was
the things we do for love. The things we do for love. Well, like you had your niece.
Howl O Scream, and it's all dark out, and there's drug addicts screaming at you in a weird house. Yeah, we did it. I'm glad it was fun. I don't think I'd do it again, but it was fun. Enjoyed it.
Did you have a buzz on before you went in?
Repeat that question if you would, Alfred.
Did you have a buzz on before you went in?
We didn't have the buzz on because I landed.
Mistake number one.
True dat. We did buy.
You did buy something. I lost you on that last one. What did you buy?
We're like, we better get some beers here. Let's get.
Oh, you did.
Because Busch Gardens doesn't sell. It's beer basically. But we had some beer, and then we did another house. But there's no directions, anything, and it's dark. It's nighttime. It opens at 7 p.m. So you're walking around, and it doesn't say like this way to the haunted house. You're just walking in mass with these people, hoping to stumble upon another haunted house. And in the meantime, you got various people in character yelling at you, and it's weird, but it was all right.
Well, you're a trooper for doing that.
I'm a trooper.
It's Olivia staying with you right now, right?
Yeah, she's staying with us, and she starts college in January, I believe. But she got a job, and she.
All right, so Olivia has a
with
job.
Us.
So Olivia has a job, so she's buying our dinner at Charlie's.
She is so cheap. She's not paying. She's $2. That's all that kid's got.
She's frugal.
She's a little frugal. She's on the frugal side.
I
just want the effort though.
She needs petroleum. Gas prices are insane right now.
Florida, they're not bad. I paid like $3, $3 a gallon
for a student.
Not bad. Well, for a student, yeah, but I just want the move. I always tell her, you don't have to pay. I'm not expecting you to pay anything, but I want to see. That's all I want.
All right.
But don't just sit there and be like,
hold on. You said, I don't want to pay. I just want to see what, because I lost you again.
I just want to see the move. Go to the purse, open the wallet, fake like you're going to help out. And then I go, no, I got it. But you got to give the little something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uncle, how much do you need from me? That's all you need. And you go, nothing. You're good.
But you got to make the move. You can't just sit there and be like,
you can't do the alligator hands. You can't do was it alligator arms? What is it? What's the expression?
I think it's alligator arm. Yeah, dinosaur arms, that kind of thing. So isn't it T-Rex where it's just
and on the Patreon.
Here's a good video if you're seeing.
We're both doing alligator arms.
Yeah, that's this is what you pay for, folks.
That's what that $5 a month.
There you go.
That's what you
that
get.
Was worth it right there, for God's sake.
At least $250, $275.
Yeah.
Damn. Holy shit.
But yeah, so that's gonna be great. Little Charlie's in Tampa. Alfred gets into town, and we'll pick him up. We'll have some dinner, and then I guess the next day we'll turn on the microphones and tell you all about it. That's how we roll. I was supposed to do a round trip to Tampa. I was going to go down to South America and then return to Tampa. And they said, no, we're going to kick you off in Colombia. Good luck. Oh, I forgot. That's the day you're coming. You're coming from Colombia to Tampa?
No, I'm coming from LA to Tampa, and then I'm going to sail down and go through. Do we go through the Panama Canal and all that shit?
I hope not. For your sake, I hope not. If you haven't done the Panama Canal, folks, it's beautiful, and it's kind of a historic thing to see. It's amazing, but if you've done it once, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it again. Very true. You kind of stand up there on the deck going, is there more to this? Or
here's what you do.
This is it, huh?
They show a documentary like 2 days before you get there. Watch the documentary and then go up and take a couple of photos, then go eat lunch.
Yeah, it's good advice from a seasoned pro. That's yes, sir.
Pretty much.
I agree. Hey, did you watch any football last weekend? Did you catch any of the games, or were you too busy drinking and eating and whatever it is you do in Rome?
Well, at the time, I was 6 hours ahead. So, and I had shows at night, so I had to catch parts of games and whatnot. But then one game started at like 1 a.m, the evening game, like the Sunday night football. What is that? 8 o'clock, and I was 6 hours ahead. So, it was. Oh, yeah. But I watched a little bit of it, but I don't remember what we bet on, what we picked. I have no idea.
We both went 2-1 last week. You took the Jets over your beloved Patriots, which was a fucking mistake and a half on that one. Who takes the Jets? But you chose them. You chose the Jets. I don't know why. The weird pick. And we both had the Giants that lost to the Seahawks, and I had the Bears, and you had the Cowboys. So actually, you did better. You had two. I did. You were 2-1. I was 1-2.
And I bet against my Patriots.
I don't understand it. You could have been undefeated last weekend.
Right.
Why? I don't understand.
You talked me into it, you fucker. If you listen to the last podcast, he totally tricks me. He puts up the stats and he says, I go, all right, I'll go with the Jets against my Patriots. He goes, what an idiot. Why would you go against them with the Jets? Who does that? They don't win. The Jets don't win against the Patriots.
And I was right. I was proven right again. Hey, before we get into the picks, though, this background, I don't know. My memory is horrible. Where are we? Are we in a kitchen? Is this a loft? Is this a workspace? Maybe an office?
I said it already. This is like a coffee break area.
I didn't hear you.
At Google, remember? At Google, or I said Twitter, and then I went on with the Elon Musk bit.
Oh, there. I think you froze a little, or I didn't hear it. But that's okay. So, it is. It looks like that kind of thing. Yeah, you're right. They can come down and have their.
It's like you get free. It's free. You don't have to it's not an honor system. It's just free. You have to have.
Now that Musk has it, I don't know if it's gonna be free anymore. He's laying those fuckers off.
$8
Get
a month.
Out.
Did you see Stephen King respond? when he
Yes.
originally said $20 a month? He said, "Fuck
Yes.
that."
He said, "How about $8? How about $8, Steve?"
Steve, can you swing that, Mister $120
Yeah.
million? Can you handle that? $200 million.
I like how they're all leaving. All these people are leaving. Okay. Okay. Let's see how long that lasts.
Bye.
Yeah. You're leaving. Your million followers. You're leaving. Okay. Okay. We don't buy it. We'll see you back
followers.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see you back on Twitter. Yeah. It's like Trump. He was like, I don't know if I'd even go back. My
He's back.
Social is doing better than Twitter, and it looks better and it's easier. He came right back and he thanked Elon. He's like, "Thank you for letting me back on."
Yeah, that was his excuse. Yeah.
That fucker's announcing next week. He's back. He's announcing that he's running.
It's very, very, very possible that I'll be running again. Well, it's entertaining.
People are saying I might be right. People are saying that, and I might be running, but people are saying it. I always love his people are saying.
People are saying it. Everybody's saying it. All
you
the
just
people
throw it out there.
Everybody.
Just throw it out there.
They're all saying.
People are saying that Joe Biden fucks, fucking squirrels. I don't know if it's true.
I don't know if it's true.
That's all I'm saying.
I haven't witnessed it, but that's what they're saying.
But they're saying it.
I'm like, no, come on. But maybe it's true.
Maybe Ted Cruz's father killed Kennedy. I mean, remember that? It was like, what?
Yeah.
What? I heard someone say that
Woody Harrelson's the actor Woody Harrelson who played Woody on Cheers. It was rumored that his father was one of the assassins and died in prison.
That's a real good, that's a possibility. I mean, Woody Harrelson's father executed 2 federal judges. So the idea that he was on the grassy knoll involved, it could be.
There was more than one shooter.
Possible.
The angles show there was more than one shooter.
Sure.
Why does the guy have an umbrella
just a patsy
when it's not raining out?
I'm just a patsy. Remember he said it right before he got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Oswald walking down the hall, he goes, "I'm a patsy." Like, who would say that? What guy would ever say that to? He's literally saying, like, "I didn't do that. Like, help me here," and then he's dead. Wow, that was coincident. Some angry strip club owner just happened to go to the police station with a gun and shot him. Weird. What? Oh,
and
then he died in prison.
Yep. Cancer.
What?
Cancer.
Oh, cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How convenient.
Yeah. Okay. We buy it. Good. Right. Thank you. Sleep well.
Hello, conspiracy theorists. That's tons of fuel.
Tight, America.
Tons of fuel.
Well, that one's more than a conspiracy theory. That one's read the fucking facts. I'm a patsy.
When is the what is it called? The commission report? What is the big report on the Kennedy assassination? What is it called? Something report. All right, I got to put it in.
Oh
here.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh yeah. Fuck me.
Hey, bow thrusters just kicked in.
Yeah. That mean you had 3 cups of coffee?
Yeah. We're pulling away. We are underway. We're pulling away. So we have the harbor pilot on board the beautiful Celebrity Apex. It has one of those inverted bows where it's like almost the opposite. It's 20% more efficient than, or 30% more efficient than a regular cruise ship, and 20% faster. How about that?
Are you a salesman now? What the fuck? Who cares? Are you selling these things? It sounds like a guy on the lot.
I like the
20% faster and 30%.
Oh, by the way, the captain comes on and does this long thing about how we're going to avoid the tropical storm and go 150 miles south. And he's got this whole 8-minute video on it. Bernadette's watched it 7 times, and I think that she has a crush on the captain. So I think it's happening.
That could be good for you.
She was smoking a cigarette. I came in from the gym and she was smoking a cigarette and had half a bottle of wine that she finished.
Oh,
so
wow, half a bottle.
I'm like,
right.
Is he still on? Is he still on the television? How long is
Get away from me? Yeah. Hey now. Well, this will air Monday, so we can put some football picks in right now. Let's move them along. I don't think people dig the football as much as I hope they would, but we'll move it along here and pick 3 simple games and see how we do. This is week 9.
8?
Is it week 9?
8 or 9?
I think it's week 9 in the league where they play for pay. First game up, it's your Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home against the Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams are Super Bowl champions, are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are not looking good right now. Looking good.
They scored 3 points on the last game or the one before that? They had a short week.
I think the one before that, but yeah, they lost last week. I forget who they played, but I can't. Anyway, they lost. They didn't look good doing it. They got problems. But Brady's divorced now. Maybe his head's clear.
Is it official divorce or is it? It's final. Is
final. I read that they both had ironclad prenups, so it was very easy.
And she has more money than him, and he's fucking loaded, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, but they just split up the homes. They have like 6 homes. They split them up, 3 here, 3 there, done.
But they had businesses together. They owned a lot of, I guess, nursing homes and whatnot.
Oh, COVID. That's when they put all those people in there and killed them all. Maybe Brady was involved. He probably was. That's why the guilt is hitting him and he's not good anymore. Who do you like in that game, Alfred? Do you like your Tampa Bay Buccaneers or your Los Angeles?
You're saying
Rams?
I'm a Tom Brady fan, and
that's right.
I think that the Rams weren't playing that. They're not playing well either.
No, they got those Super Bowl hangover, as they say. Yeah. But Brady's not. The Bucks are not playing well.
No.
So
how is the health? I haven't been paying attention to the health of the Buccaneers.
I've been too busy running around Rome with your wife, drinking, eating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, try to pay attention to sports every now and then. Yeah, homo. The health of the Bucks
are some of them coming back? Some of the first string players, the offensive lines, the receivers. Anybody healthy?
Not yet.
Yeah. Then in that case,
Evans, they'll be all right.
I'm going to go with
the Rams.
I'm going to go with the Rams.
All right.
I am living in Los Angeles these days, so I'll give it to the Rams on this one.
All right. Next game will this is going to be an easy one, I believe. It's the Colts.
You didn't pick. You didn't pick, by the way. You didn't pick.
Oh, I picked the Bucks. I was going to take the Bucks anyway at home. I think Brady's going to.
You're doing the same. You're doing the same thing I'm doing. You're picking the city that you live in, local team.
No, I just think they'll win. I think the Bucks. 3 in a row he's lost. He's never lost 3 in a row. The idea of them, if he loses 4 in a row, then what are we doing here? We could do this with the rookie on the sideline. We don't need Brady to lose 4 in a row. Mm-hmm. So we got the Patriots versus your Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to guess Alfredo likes the Pats.
I'm going to go with the Pats.
I'm going to take the Colts for fun, but I don't think the Colts can beat the Pats. So that's a tough one. And then I'll pick first on this one. Your Buffalo Bills, looking like the best team in the league, against your New York Jets.
Well, that's an easy one. I think we're both going for the Bills in that.
All right. I thought maybe you'd take the Jets for
those
fun,
are the NFL picks.
But,
I don't think we have any questions from listeners, and we're going to wrap it up.
In the league where they play for pay. That puts the button on it.
It's going to be a short one this week because I'm sailing away, and we're underway.
Takes me away to where I'm going to.
So next time you hear from us, other than a classic from our vault, I think I may be back in Los Angeles. Possibly.
And then you'll be home a little bit, or
I'm going to be home for more. I'll be home for 10 days or 2 weeks or something like that, and then I'm heading back out.
Groovy, man.
And
I will be, if you're hearing this Monday, I will be at Side Splitters in Wesley Chapel, which is in Tampa. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, 2 shows Saturday. So Side Splitters, Wesley Chapel. First time there, new club. Should be fun, and it'll be nice to just leave the house and do a show and drive home and go to bed. Be kind of nice. So looking forward to that. 3 days of that.
Do you take Teddy out when you
And,
get out? When you get home, do you take Teddy out to piss before you go to sleep when you get home?
Teddy takes me out, and I piss, and then we go back in, and then he looks at me and goes, "Dude, what the fuck? How about me?"
And he goes, "Stop licking your balls and take me out."
You don't have no balls, sir. Old Ted.
No, I meant he was saying that
Ted
to
was
you.
fixed. Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Well, that's his job. All right.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. This is a short one, and maybe you're better off that way.
Good luck in prison.
Iceberg, dead ahead. Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The Two Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
What?
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
Subscribe.
Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Go to patreon.com/The Two Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.